They're like birds.
This smells like human. We have to get rid of it.
Kill it. Eat him. Shoot her.
Nancy, that's our only son. I don't care. It smells like human.
Well, we are at our first morning here. We are in what they call Wassa Lake. We tried to get into a campsite last night and weren't able to, but we talked to a park operator who suggested we travel across the highway and look for an old airfield. So I'm not sure if we exactly found that. Back up behind us is this big gravel pit. There's a train track over here, and then out this way is maybe the airfield, but we kind of just camped out here. And we're just kind of laying under the stars tonight or last night, so that was quite great.
We're hitting the road. We're probably gonna have some apple cinnamon oatmeal and maybe wash it down with some trail mix. I don't know my options yet. Just have to go into that bag.
My dad is still with us. He's gonna follow us for maybe another 2 or 3 hours, and then he's gonna take off towards Golden and then back down towards Coeur d'Alene. Today we are looking at going up into Banff in Jasper National Park, and then our goal is to reach a hot springs tonight, so that should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it should just be a really nice ride today.
I'm really excited for day 2 and the rest of this adventure. 17 days. Life does not suck.
Alright, so just let me know when you guys want to stop, because we're all filled up.
How many miles are we doing today?
400.
We're doing 529.
Seriously?
Kilometers.
Kilometers?
Big metric, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
I got a little ventilation going on right now. That's nice. So I think I'm going to go underwear and socks 2 days each.
I bought this underwear called Exo Officio, and it literally dries in 10 minutes. So you can like go to a stream, put a little soap in it, and just like wring it out, and then it'll dry and it'll be ready to go for the next day. There's a lot of guys will get 2 pairs, and they'll like travel the world, and they'll just have those 2 pairs with them. So I got 1, and then I brought like 4 others. So if I wash it every other night, I'll have like 9 nights.
Huh.
Kawasaki!
That was a Suzuki, wasn't it?
Now it's a Gen 1 KOR.
I think it might have been a Gen 2, actually.
No, this is a Gen 2. There's only been 2 gens in the last 40 years.
Actually, it's a Jen and Ben. Benifer.
I gotcha. Not everything you're saying is landing today, Kyle.
Well, maybe that's because you guys have injured funny bones.
And I'm sure you have a great personality. Get out of here, you motorhome. Take a rest. You got 9,000 cars behind you.
Oh, shit. Hold on. My gas light just came on. What? How many miles are we out?
15 miles.
You're good, Greg. You got 30 on that thing.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, Greg, I joined you. My gas light just came on.
All right, brother.
It's the Stanley Glacier.
The Stanley Glacier, moving nice, real slow, real slow. So
Welcome to Banff, everybody.
we did it! Banff!
Banff, York.
Just remember that speed fines double.
I just don't want to put on my brakes.
Don't, just coast it. Just so you know, if you speed in Canada, the penalty is death.
A beheading, I believe.
They just ride up next to you and shoot you as you go. It's not pleasant.
That's barbaric. That's wizard's chest.
That's number 397 for those counting at home.
Page 394. That could have been bad.
They're out of gas, so we're going to camp here for a couple days. This actually wouldn't be a bad place to hang out, though.
I could get used to this. Okay, but if we're going to run out of gas, like, maybe we time it so that only one of us runs out of gas.
And then the other two can just continue the trip?
Yeah. Every man for himself.
Here we are in Castle Junction, just entering in Banff. We're currently inflating our tires. All three of our bikes had low PSI in our front tires. Okay, anyway, so we're topping off all our bikes right now.
You guys are throwing me off with your formation. Greg's playing follow the leader.
Apparently.
What?
Greg,
What am I supposed to be doing?
if I'm in the left lane, Greg, you got to stay in the right lane. Didn't you?
So many rules.
Do you have your motorcycle license?
You took
Yeah, I
the
got it
test
when I
at
was
one
20.
point, right?
The lead is top left, and then you alternate between them.
I got my license 8 years ago, so
I got my driver's license like 12 years ago, and I didn't forget the rules.
Greg only remembers things from the past, like, 2 months.
Yep.
Like a goldfish.
He grows to the size of his tank. That's a goldfish joke, I guess.
So we've made it to Lake Louise, Canada. Just under 400 miles total for the trip, day 2. We've been riding for about 4.5, maybe 5 hours. It is just gorgeous. Canadian Rockies surrounding us, glaciers on top. It's just unreal. Well, if you've never been to Canada before, I can tell you it's just an awful, ugly country. No redeeming qualities whatsoever. Got Stanley Glacier up here. Look around and this place is like Disney. I feel like we should be in line for something. Like I said, no redeeming qualities. We're just trying to find the gift shop right now.
Let's just go ask a doorman.
A door person.
Yeah. There goes Greg again.
Women can't hold doors.
Men can handle doors.
Here we are, camp, end of day 2. Been here about 30 minutes, and I think I've gotten a bug bite. See it? Feel a bit like Manimal.
Just woke up. We're outside of Jasper.
Greg, never record up and down.
Yeah,
Hey, officially day 3, but full day number 2. So we just woke up in Jasper, Alberta.
So we camped at a place called Pocahontas Campgrounds and went to the hot springs last night.
We were in the hot springs last night, and I think it's Minute Hot Springs, so we did 400 miles.
Status update on my eye, the swelling has gone down a little bit, actually quite a bit.
There was a bear sighting, and we're supposed to put everything in a bear box, and we got in late from the hot springs like at 11, so we decided that the bears were not an issue today or last night, which then we all decided later that evening that going another 400 miles north into the Yukon that we could not roll that dice any longer. So moving forward, we will be taking the bears more seriously. On a side note, I did have about 10 different documents from Idaho Fish and Game sent to me about how to handle and manage bears and what to do in case of a bear attack, but I didn't read any of them. Probably a deficit on my job as safety officer.
Today we're going to be going about 400 miles. We'll go through Grand Prairie, and I got to pick up a few items that I didn't grab before we left home. The mountains are huge surrounding us. We went through the ice fields. Temperature dropped about 10 degrees as we were going through there. This is going to be a great trip. We're actually doing it. I'm excited.
We are sitting down to a nice breakfast, potatoes, eggs, coffee. We are currently plugged into the wall, trying to charge up our many devices. Great night of camping. No bears. Hopefully. Lots of flies, no bears. Hot springs last night was incredible.
We've stopped by the side of the road in between Grand Cache and Grand Prairie. This little section of the road I'm going to call the Sound of Silence, because it's very possible that I lost my CNET Bluetooth communication device. It's probably gone. I'm just rocking out to the tunes in my head.
Oh, that was shitty wind.
Dude, the side to side stuff hurts.
That was insane. Did you see Tom when he was like... That was kind of scary, actually.
Yeah. Dude, I was...
Lisa, cover your ears. Tom, did you shit yourself when you nearly got blown over by the wind?
Well, I didn't have a great story, but
Shut up! We know what that's about.
I got a couple pretty gnarly. Where I was like,
Yeah.
sideways.
There was one I was really worried for you. Alright, we saw this sign and we had to stop. I think you'll agree.
I don't know the way. Greg's ABS went out, which caused his engine not to start.
As I'm coming home, that's with a latex glove. This is zip ties. This is the ingenuity of 3 men just trying to get to the top of the world.